Hello, today I'm going to be talking about a winter storm that's going to be across portions of the Midwest right here. So if you would like to tune in, watch this, and yeah. So, so right now, I just hid the panel for now. Here's day two. Heavy snow is expected to crush Chicago. Sorry for that, like, long pause there. But here's rain amounts that are expected. Pretty heavy bullseye, like right here. Um, Pretty heavy. Day two, some heavy rain and slash snow amounts across this general area. Day three, day four, day 6 and 7. It looks like there could be a severe weather event across portions of Dixie. So day 6 and 7 could have a severe event across portions of this area. Um, we'll see if that'll occur or not. I'll go into it. Here's the rainfall over the next 7 days with the Midwest being drenched, but let's go on to it. So we'll first start off with the Storm Prediction Center here. They have a marginal risk tomorrow, chance for tornadic activity, wind and hail. Let me pull up what I did for tomorrow. So I did effective outlook here. I went 2% tornado risk across that area. Pause if you need to. I went marginal risk with a thunderstorm across this area. Here's my damaging wind outlook. And then here's my large hail outlook. I disagree with the SPC. I think the risk should be a bit bigger, but other than that, I think I agree with them a lot. So let's get into the winter weather side of things. First, check out the excessive rain. There's a marginal risk of excessive rain across the western regions on days 1 and 2. Pretty high likelihood of at least seeing 4 inches across central and northern Illinois. I'm in that like moderate probability. We're gonna zoom to the interactive map. I think it's somewhere in here. Days 4, 6, and 7, though, there's a winter storm that is looking likely across the, I would say, the northern plains into portions of the Midwest. I cannot remember where you find. Let me get to the interactive winter weather map here. It's somewhere. I am dumb enough that I've lost where it was on the page. Oh, it's up here. Yeah, here we go. So here we're gonna do through the whole 72-hour orientation of at least 2 inches. So right where my area, it's a moderate to high chance we're gonna see 2 inches. Chicago, you're gonna anywhere if you live anywhere, let's say anywhere in here, you're almost certainly going to see 2 inches of snow at this event. Even if I check 4 inches, 4 inches is a light. 4 inches across this area is likely going to happen as well. Then we get to then we get to 8 inches, which is looking fairly likely somewhere in northern Illinois into this area. There's going to be some lake enhancement across this area, and maybe some lake enhancement across this area, which could provide a risk. And then a foot. There is potential for a foot of snow. I feel like there's potential across north central Illinois, but the Weather Prediction Center has not said that. They're thinking there's more potential over in Michigan, but that's kind of interesting. I think we're going to be done with that for now. Let's just look at our warning maps. So we have high wind advisories, high wind watches, and high wind warnings across this area in the south. We have winter storm advisories and watches and warnings in here. We have winter storm watches across this area in the mid-Atlantic. We also have winter weather advisories, winter storm watches, and winter storm warnings. The winter storm warnings are in this pink color here. The winter weather advisories are in this purple color there. and the watches are in more of a darker blue color right there. There is a blizzard warning in Alaska, I believe, but that's the point. We'll first talk about severe weather. I have the HRRR pulled up. This is for right around 2-3 o'clock on Saturday. There's probably going to be some cold core severe weather chances across this area. Maybe probably extending a bit further to the east as well. The highest potential right now is looking like in this area, and I'll take a couple soundings, but this is mainly going to be a winter weather video. Right there, this is a pretty decent sounding. It's veered a little bit. You have surface-based storms. You have good lapse rates, that is going to be needed to lift the storms up. You have strong wind energy in pretty much all levels. You have a well-rounded hodograph. The only problem is it's going to be low temperature and dew points, but this is cold core, so they really don't need that. Instability is decent for a cold core event. There is some small capping, which could keep storms discrete. There is 3 cape, which is needed for a cold core event too, of over 100, which is pretty decent. We're only going to take one sounding. I will look at the dew points, though. You're going to have dew points right around this time in the lower 50s, which usually you wouldn't say is favorable for severe weather, but this scenario it is. What about 21Z? Yeah, 21Z is probably 20Z. 20Z is probably right around peak heating with this event. You get widespread 500K with some areas of 1,000. If I look at the holicity tracks with this run, you're going to see there is some holicity tracks across this area, which is going to mean you're going to have some chances for some storms putting down rotation. If this were to verify, this would be the area that would have the highest potential, but this is subject to change as it's not consistent with other models. I'm gonna look at I think I'm gonna be done looking at severe weather. Let's look over to the winter weather side of things. We'll first start off with the Euro model. This goes out to 10 days. We'll first start off on a national perspective, and then we'll go to a more regional perspective. Trying to find. Trying to find where you get the reflectivity with the Euro on this website. So we're going to look at the reflectivity of the Euro on we'll just look at the snowfall totals. So we're going to have to find those here. I should know where these are. I'm not the best with looking at with looking at the what is it called? I'm not the best with looking at the I can't speak today. Weather Bell, I haven't really been using it that long. Or I mean, I have, but I haven't been using it on a consistent basis. So here's the first winter storm. So you can see the Midwest. The Euro has the Midwest getting dumped on. Lots of heavy snow. If I go down a little bit, here is the total map. Widespread areas of at least 6 inches across the Midwest and Mid-Atlantic. The Mid-Atlantic isn't fully through, I don't think, or are they? I'm not sure. I need to take the pen off. Yeah, the Mid-Atlantic, I think, is pretty much through. The Euro wants some snow across North Carolina, which is a possibility that can't be ruled out. But your main snow opportunities are going to be over here. I'll look at a couple more models. While we were on the topic of severe weather, we'll look at the analog system. There's potential for some severe weather on day 3 across this area. Don't really look at the percentages. Day 7 and day 8, we're going to have a new trough coming in, which could be very interesting for some severe weather across Dixie, like I talked about. But back on to Weather Bill here. We're going to look at a different model now. We're going to look at the GFS model. This model, I think I'm going to have a better idea of how to look around it a little bit more. We'll use the 10-to-1 ratio for this event because it is a bit It is more of a 10-to-1 event, so it's in 3-hour intervals. So the GFS is being a lot more lighter on the snow totals than the Euro was. Let's zoom into sector, the states region. We'll go into Illinois, because Illinois is going to be the big area. See, Illinois, Indiana. The GFS only has some lake enhancing in here. Probably going to be more like 12 inches there. We'll probably have a bit. Well, the snow in there area is pretty decent. That's a little bit too far ahead. Not to the point though. This GFS model has this area getting dumped on, which is pretty insane. It has California getting a lot of snow too. We're gonna go look at a different model now. We're gonna look at the HRRR model. We gotta look at the 18-0, and this run's gonna. Okay, so on this. Okay, so we're gonna look at College of Duke pages. The perfect time to have that pulled up. We're gonna look at the HRRR one. We're gonna look at the whole Midwest, and then we'll probably shift over to the Mid-Atlantic, and then I'll probably be done with this segment here. Let's just look at the HRRR. So the HRRR is winter storm here, playing out like this. Around Sunday, you get a lot of snow, heavy band. And then it might not quite be over, but you have the low pressure pulling out and giving Ohio a lot of snow at this point. Now, note that this event is not really quite over when the HRRR is all of its totals given out. So we'll use the 10-to-1 ratio because it's probably the best thing to use with this event. So HRRR, and once most of Illinois, most of the northern half of Illinois getting a lot of snow. Once portions of Wisconsin and you're getting a lot of leak enhancement with portions in that area of 12 to 15 inches and another area of 12 to 15 and pockets of above 12 inches. In those purple shades, you're going to have above 6 inches. In those light blue to darker blue shades, you're going to have 1 to 6 inches. And then the grays, you're going to have. Actually, no, the grays are 0.1 to 2 inches. The blues are 2 to 6, and then the purples are 6 to 12, and then the pinks are 12 to 20. But we're not going to have anything above 20 inches, most likely, with this event. I think that's going to wrap it up here. We can look at the NAM Nest and NAM model, and then we'll probably be done. There's going to be ice accumulations. I'm not really going to show the ice that much here. We'll show it with the NAM Nest, because why not? We'll do the 10-to-1 ratio. So, NAM Nest, it wants a pretty good snow event for my area, 6 to 10 inches. What's the biggest pocket of snow really across this area here? There's probably going to be a bit more lake enhancing than what it shows, but overall not too bad. Look at the ice accumulations, freezing rain accumulations, boom. And run. So we're going to have patches of freezing rain across this area up to 1/4 of an inch, but I don't really see anything past that. It's going to be spotty, over and mainly 1/10 of an inch for most spots. It shows a lot of freezing rain though across right here in this part of Illinois, but that might not verify. Look at the NAM. Look at the NAM. So the NAM is wanting the storm to do wanting it to be a bit different. It's being a little bit weird. It's showing a lot more rain, which I'm not sure that's going to happen, but here's the NAM solution. It's showing the biggest amount of snow down here. The NAM is kind of underdoing snow amounts for portions of like this area, or not that area, for portions of right in here. We'll probably see a bit more maybe, depending upon what happens, but I'm not sure this area is going to get 12 inches. We'll see. We'll get the freezing rain accumulations here. So the NAM wants a lot more freezing rain. It wants a lot of freezing rain across the board, and nearly an inch in North Carolina, which is pretty absurd. But that's gonna wrap it up. I might do another update tomorrow. See ya, guys.